kitchen. Thank you for joining me, and today's recipe is from my 4 Seasons Ninja Foodie cookbook, and in there you'll find the full list of ingredients. And if you need any of the equipment that I use during the recipe, then just go over to my website and it'll be linked on my accessories page for you. I really hope you enjoy this recipe. If you do, don't forget to hit that like button for me, and if you're new to Susannah's Kitchen, then subscribe to my channel for new weekly content. I'd love to see some of your creations, so don't forget to add them to my Facebook group and tag me in on my social media platforms. The links are all down below in my description. So I think we've got everything covered. Let's start cooking. I've got my Ninja on to sear and saute. I'm going to put some spray oil in the bottom there. My lamb is all chopped up. If you've got a lot of fat, then you'll want to remove that, but some fat is all good on your lamb. This is plain flour, so I'm just using around a tablespoon here just to coat those pieces of meat. So just get them going. And then we want to also add to them black pepper. We'll give these a good bit of seasoning. And also some salt. And all we're going to do now is brown this off because it gives a really good meaty flavour to your dish. Don't skip this, it really does make all the difference. My lamb is browning off nicely. We're not trying to cook this. This is going to go under pressure. I absolutely love putting my lamb under pressure. You could definitely slow cook this if for any reason you prefer to do that or want to do that. But pressure cooking is so quick and the lamb goes so tender. It's gorgeous. I think that's probably enough. We've just got that little bit of colour on the edge. I don't want to overdo it. So I think we are more or less there right now. Just going to turn these couple of pieces just over. So let's remove that and just put that to one side. And we can move on with the next step. So now the lamb has been removed, get some spray oil back in the pot, and I'm going to add in my onion and also my ginger. Just going to turn the sear and saute down a little bit because it really is very warm in there and we do not want everything to burn. Okay, into the onion and the ginger, we crush in the garlic. That nearly went flying. There you go, there's the garlic in. You don't want to give this too long with the garlic because garlic does burn very easily. So around a minute on your sear and saute with your garlic. And of course, this is smelling absolutely beautiful. We're going to add a cinnamon stick in. The spice we're going to be using is very Moroccan. It's called Ras Al Hanout. And you can see, if you look at the texture of that, can you see all of those different spices that are in there? It's crazy. Now I've turned off the sear and saute. I'm going to put the lamb back in. And now we can give that a good stir in those spices. Oh, it smells absolutely beautiful. We want some tomato puree, just because I'm doing a smaller portion tonight. And then in with my stock. I'm using chicken stock. Just going to give that a scrape out at the bottom there because we've got some of that stock, that cube that's still in the bottom. I've got dried apricots going in. With this sort of dish as well, you can put into here some olives if you like your olives, because that is fairly traditional in terms of a tagine. I've got some lemon zest that I'm putting in. I've chosen to use the dried apricots in this, but you can actually use dates as well, because dates are traditional in a tagine. I think the apricots add a nice little bit of colour, so it's your choice. You can use either or. Now this dish isn't particularly spicy, but you have definitely got a warming hum to this. In the spice blend that we used, you've actually got some cayenne pepper in there, so you have got something that gives you a little bit of a kick. So now I'm going to put the lid down. I'm going to go under pressure. Make sure your pressure valve up above is on seal. We can now open up and have a look inside. So with other dishes that I have made like this, I have wanted to thicken up the sauce, and it's absolutely fine. All I do is I remove the meat, which should be beautifully tender, and I will double check that just to make sure that is really, really good. This smells beautiful, so fragrant. And then what I do is I put it onto sear and saute. In fact, let's stop the pressure cook now and let's go straight onto sear and saute. Obviously, that sauce is really hot in there already, so that will start blipping away on sear and saute fairly rapidly. I'm just removing the meat because I don't really need that to cook any further. But we want that sauce to be absolutely gorgeous. It smells great. It's got loads of flavour. It's just a little bit on the thin side. Now you can most definitely add a cornflour slurry if you want to. Or if you don't want to, you can sear and saute and just reduce that down. It really doesn't take very long generally with this sort of thing. Just going to show you quickly, if you can see there, the lamb is super tender. I've checked it, it is gorgeous. My lamb tagine is ready to be served. It is so tender. It is absolutely beautiful. The sauce thickens up so well just by having it on sear and saute just for such a short amount of time. I like to add a few flaked almonds on the top. I think it's really nice with this dish. You can go over the rice as well. I know traditionally you wouldn't have rice, you'd have a nice Moroccan couscous with this. So if you want to serve yours with couscous, then go ahead and do that. This is my beautiful lamb tagine, so tender, full of flavour. I know you're going to love it. So please hit that like button for me and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to dive into this. Look at that. It is absolutely gorgeous. To purchase any of my cookbooks with delicious recipes just like this one, please visit my website www.susannahskitchen.uk.